Do you go as far as former Vice President Cheney did the other day? Because he said, well, here's what he said.
It's time for President Obama to make good on his promise. The White House must stop dithering while America's armed forces are in danger. Make no mistake, signals of indecision out of Washington hurt our allies and embolden our adversaries. Waffling while our troops on the ground face an emboldened enemy endangers them and hurts our cause.
Pretty strong language there. Do you agree that we are endangering our troops and that this is dithering?
I wouldn't use that language. The fact is, as I said before, we already have men and women who are in danger there now. The sooner we implement the strategy, the more we will be able to ensure their safety, or the best way for them to pursue.
Well, what did you think of the way that the Vice President put it?
Well, I understand the Vice President. I have great respect for him. But I think we ought to look forward, and that is to support the President. I intend to, when he makes the decision, which I believe he will, to implement McChrystal's strategy agreed to by Petraeus Mullen. I believe the Secretary Gates is also supportive. Otherwise, I don't think the defense ministers of NATO would have endorsed the McChrystal strategy just a couple of days ago.
Because they did that at a meeting where Secretary Gates was in attendance.
Yes, and I'm heartened by that, to see that kind of expressions of support. But we will still have to lead, and we'll still be doing the bulk of the fighting. But I think the President will make the right decision. I want to support that decision. It's going to be hard and tough, and every day we delay will be a delay in this strategy succeeding. And again, I talk about the vacuum and not being a vacuum. General McChrystal has stated that the situation is deteriorating, so it argues for a rapid decision as possible and move forward. But let's look forward. I want to support the President. I want this strategy to work. I know it can work, and I know it will work if it's properly resourced. But I also just want to briefly add, there's a lot of other areas now that we are moving forward. When we move forward for the proper security environment, there's governance, there's some problems within our own civilian side as to how we are going to be partners in implementing this strategy, and a lot of other issues that need to be addressed as well. But without security, none of the other aspects of a winning strategy can succeed.
Let me just go back to Vice President Cheney. He has not at all been reticent about speaking out, and very quickly. Generally, do you think he is helping or hurting the Republican Party with his comments?
Well, the Vice President of the United States is very well credentialed. He has a long history of service to the country. He has the right to speak out, in my view, however he wants to. Having said that, I think we should, as much as possible, say, and our message is, we want this strategy and we want to support the President and unite the country behind it. Let's face it, the President, when he makes this decision, and again, I believe that he will have trouble with the base of his own party. And so the more united we can be behind him, I think the more the chances are of success and American public support.
I don't believe I heard you say whether you thought that was helpful or unhelpful.
I don't know. I would leave that to others to judge, really.